Hello everyone, my name is Jack Graham and I'm a realtor with Simply Vegas. Today I'm going to go over whether a Biden or a Trump victory will affect the real estate market in a positive or a negative way. I'm going to go over their policies and what their stance is when it comes to real estate and how that will affect the real estate market. Will it go up? Will it go down? However, before we get into it, like the video, share with somebody that might be interested in these topics. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way you get notified every time I post a new video. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, first of all, I wanted you to know that this is not a political statement or anything. I'm not leaning towards one side or the other one. I'm just trying to give you the facts. So first of all, I wanted to go over what Biden is saying and what his policies are that he wants to implement. Now, we know that he's a big time proponent of first-time homebuyers. So definitely he wants to help out the lower income families that want to purchase real estate. And I do definitely see this being a positive thing for the economy because it will help the lower income people get into home. And then that is going to create more wealth for the lower income. In addition to this, however, something has to give and take, right? So what they're going to take from is from the investors that are in the middle or upper, class. And what that is going to do is probably affect the real estate market in a really bad way. So yes, there will be more first-time home buyers, but less investors because of the taxes and regulations and the incentives that he plans on having for the economy. Another thing that Biden has mentioned is that he wants to remove the 1031 exchange, which is pretty much the ability to transfer your equity from one real estate property to another one. For example, if you own a condo, you can sell the condo, and instead of having to pay taxes on your equity, you can just simply move that equity into your new home, whatever you're buying. It could be an investment property, it could be a single family home that you're going to live in. So that is a great way to avoid paying taxes in real estate. And honestly, I think that is a really negative thing because of the fact that this will affect the real estate market in a negative way. Lots of investors, lots of people use this to move their money from one side to the other one. Even homeowners, they love to do that because they want to get out of one home and move it into the other one. But it will affect the investors the most. And that is, I believe, a problem for the real estate market. I think it will affect it in a negative way. Another thing from the Biden side is that he is a big proponent of the rent and the forbearance forgiveness. He wants to provide that kind of stimulus to help people out so that they don't get evicted and banks will not put the homes back on the market for sale. And then what that does, however, is it's a positive thing for the real estate market. Think about it. If people start getting foreclosed on their homes, what happens is those homes are going to go on the market. The banks are going to sell those homes. When the banks sell the homes, what happens is inventory goes up. I made another video which I will link up here or down in the description as well. And what I mentioned there is that there's 136,000 households that are risking eviction by the end of the year. Now, Trump's position is a little bit different on this one, but I'm going to get into that one in a second. But what Biden wants to do is provide that assistance for people, which means it will limit the amount of people that will get evicted, if not even eliminated completely, which is very positive for the real estate market. And it's something that people have been worrying about as far as investors or, people that want to purchase a home. They're thinking, hey, will there be an eviction crisis in 2021 because of all the inventory that has come on the market? So right there, I would give it a plus for Biden. And then lastly, we also have to consider stimulus. They've been printing money like crazy now. And, whether that is constitutional or not, I don't know. But the point is, if the Federal Reserve prints more money and there is more money injected into the market, what happens is that people will have more money. When people have more money, what happens is that money will go into assets, whether it's stocks or real estate or other assets. Now, what happens is the value of those assets goes up. Therefore, real estate value prices are supposed to go up because of the money printing. Now, it might not happen because of that in the short term, but in the long term, it always happens. And the reason why I say this is because I don't think real estate would be where it is right now if it wasn't for the huge amount of money printing that we've been having ever since the 1970s and when we got off of the gold standard. But that's a topic for another video. I want to get into real estate right now, right? As far as what we know, as far as stimulus, is that Biden wants to create more stimulus for people, so allow more money printing, which eventually will increase real estate prices as well. But let's get also into the Trump side. Now, Trump is a little bit different as far as this breakdown. And the reason why is because we already know what he has done. And most likely he is going to keep doing what he's doing. That's at least what his policies are saying. Trump has been a proponent to decrease taxes for the lower income. In fact, lower income people have benefited a lot from the decrease in taxes. And that decrease in taxes has allowed people to keep more money into their pockets and has allowed people to go out and purchase real estate. In fact, home ownership is actually increasing ever since 2016 by a lot. And then in addition to this, actually in 2018, Trump has implemented a policy that actually hurts investors in the middle and upper class, not in the lower class, in the middle and upper class. So if there's a certain amount of money that you make, you would pay more money in real estate taxes. So in fact, in 2018, after that huge spike in real estate prices that we had a little bit of a drop of a little bit of a drop in 2018, towards the late 2018. And the reason why is, yes, because of the increase in interest rates, but also because of the policies that Trump implemented for the investors in the middle and upper class. So at the end of the day, Trump has helped the lower income people and has a little bit hurt the middle and upper class. And the reason why, I'm not sure, because this is more, it's contrary to what people are saying, which is, hey, Trump is trying to help the investors or whatever, the rich people only, and then the poor people get left behind. But that's actually not the case. He has been a big proponent of helping the lower class, and just a matter of fact. Another thing that can influence the real estate market is the fact that he wants to make Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac a private entities. And the reason why he wants to do that is because he wants to promote more competition. If the entities are private, they're going to compete against each other, and there's going to be more lower rates, and it's going to stimulate the economy according to his plan, which will make home prices go up, technically, right? The lower interest rates and all that stuff. However, there's another side that is thinking, hey, this is not a good thing because it's not going to allow the lower income people to qualify for loans. So if these two companies go private, what happens is it can hurt the lower income people, because what if they decide not to lend on people with low income or with lower standards? So what that causes is an inability for the lower class to qualify for real estate loans, which can hurt that lower class. But this is still to be seen because it might actually affect them in a positive way. We don't know this. It's a little bit controversial. But just to give you an idea of what that could do. In addition, we have to talk about the stimulus side as well of the money printing. And as a matter of fact, Trump maybe doesn't want to print as much money as the Democrat side wants to, but he has been a big proponent of giving the money to the people, and he has said this several times. In conclusion, I believe that either if Biden or if Trump will be elected to the presidency, I don't think they will make such a huge difference, because at the end of the day, I think they're pretty equivalent. I mean, they have similar policies. Actually, let me correct that. They don't have similar policies, and they have a different pitch. But at the end of the day, they want to help the lower income class, and they want to most likely hurts the middle and upper income investors that are investing in real estate. So at the end of the day, I don't think it will make a big difference between the two policies. I don't think it will change the real estate market in a big different way. What I think, however, will change the real estate market is the stimulus, which is the last point that I touched on for both candidates. I believe that Biden is going to help print more money because of the policies that the Democrats have been implementing, right? That want to implement, which is more stimulus for people, more money printing. What happens with money printing is that it creates an inflation in asset prices. What happens if you print more money and you give it to the people? People will have more money to spend. When people have more money to spend, that is more supply. What happens is this money goes into assets, which is real estate, stocks, businesses, and things like that. This will bring the asset prices up, which means real estate prices are going to go up. And I believe whether it's going to be a Democrat or a Republican elected president, it doesn't really change. There's going to be stimulus. And if you look at the stats, ever since the 1970s, there's been $185 trillion of printed money that has been injected into the economy. When you have this kind of injection, it increases real estate prices. In fact, go look how much a home was worth in 1970. It was way lower. And what happens is when you have this kind of money printing, I don't think we would be in this situation today where we are right now with home prices at all-time highs if it wasn't for all the stimulus that we've had ever since 1970. Long story short, I believe that if you're purchasing a home or thinking about purchasing a home, as long as you're doing it for the long term, it won't really matter when you buy because there won't be much of a difference. Maybe in the short term, you might get a little bit of a dip or a level off, but at the end of the day, I believe in the long term, the real estate market will go up, and it will be significantly affected by who is going to be elected as a president. More so, it will be affected by how much money will be printed and injected into the economy. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Like this video if you found some value. Leave a comment and share it with somebody that might benefit from this video. I'm a big proponent of helping people out buying real estate. So if they are interested in buying real estate, send them this video, share it with them so maybe they can get this perspective on the economy. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you watched so far, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.